All right, good afternoon, everybody. Christopher Leon Johnson here. So I think it's almost 2 o'clock. I think it's almost 3 o'clock, to be exact. Almost 3 o'clock. Walking down from my house, road, nice neighborhood. Clean air right now. Yeah, thing. So, heading to get something to eat. A little hungry right now on this beautiful Wednesday afternoon. Today is stated Wednesday by exact. I didn't go to Manhattan today. I didn't do anything in Manhattan because it was nothing interesting this week. Like I said, there's nothing interesting this week. Let's make this clear. For stated, the only thing that was going on, basically a hot topic, is the FAIR Act. I know it's going to go through. The FAIR Act's going to go through on a supermajority, and the mayor is going to not sign it. It's going to pass. So the way city council bills work is it gets introduced. You need 34 people to get an automatic hearing, but certain bills can get heard with just 4 people because depends on who's introducing the bill and who's backing it and who paneled to the speaker. Certain bills get heard at with 4 people. With 4 people can get heard. But you need 34 to get an automatic hearing. So I spoke against the bill. I said it, and it proved my point because I saw the photos with the FAIR Act rally today on Twitter, or people call it X, and on Instagram stories, and I saw Open Europe for All there. So you can tell this is all about, the bill was all about appeasing Transit, open plans, and Open Europe folks. It wasn't about the little people. The FAIR Act would never affect the little people because, look, all right, let's talk this, right? And it's going to hurt them. And I'll explain why, like I said, because, look, the bill will make it to where that the tenant doesn't pay broker fees, right? Okay, cool. The tenant don't pay broker fees no more, right? All right, fine. Now, what do you think the landlord's going to do? Okay, the landlord's got to pay a broker. So the broker has to pay the agent. So what do you think the landlord is going to do? Is they have to pay off the broker. They have to pay off the broker to out of their pocket to sell the apartments, unless the landlord decides himself or the developer himself decides to give himself a real estate license and let his close people get a real estate license, right? Because there's certain landlords that are real estate agents. So they can sell their own apartments, right? And they get the commission. But what do you think is going to happen, guys, with that FAIR Act? The landlords are going to pass on the broker fees to the tenants. And you feel bad about this because, look, like I said in the testimony that, look, in the testimony that with the FAIR Act, and the landlord start charging people the broker fee inside the rent, there's no guarantee of the landlord making that money back with the broker fee that he had to spend. So let's say the broker fee was about $12,000. Let's say the broker fee was about $12,000 for broker fee, and your lease is 2 years. So 2 years is 24 months. So 24 months divided to $12,000 will be $1,200 a month, right? So it'll be $1,200 a month, and there's no way a tenant break the lease in 3 months. They lose out. The landlord loses out his money. He could sue. The landlord could sue, but we don't know how that goes. Like, you can sue all you want and put a default or a judgment, but if a person has no money, or the person doesn't have like a will or a estate, you just asked out. The landlord will be asked out of their money. So that was a bill I'm against because, look, I said I have bad credit. I need to work on my credit. I live with my sister. I'm trying to get myself an apartment. But at the end of the day, guys, you got to look at the other side. You got to look at the other side. I live in Brooklyn, Crown Heights. You got to look at the other side and understand that what happens one day you want to be a real estate agent. What happens one day you want to be a real estate broker and you can't make a profit or you can't make the money they should be making because this FAIR Act bill. Because that's what it's going to do. Because certain landlords, they might say, like, fuck it. I'm not going to pay you $12,000 up front, and there's no guarantee the tenant is going to pay me back. So you know what? For every month the tenant pays, you get paid. So, but this might happen. But at the end of the day, guys, like the brokers have every right, and real estate agents have every right to get mad about this bill. They have every right to get mad about this, every right to get upset. And I think very soon what happened with this Fair Act, because the Fair Act, the landlords, the real estate agents and the brokers will be like, well, you want to view this apartment, you got to pay like $500 or $1,000, or you got to have a certain credit score, and you have to pay a certain amount of money just to view the apartment. So it's gonna be a crazy time after this. That's a bill that the mayor is gonna veto. The mayor is gonna veto. He's gonna return it unsigned because look, he's not gonna sign it. He's not gonna co-sign it. This is all it's about. And I saw the photos today, and I was like, well, this is bullshit. It's a bullshit rally. It's nothing but a photo op. Yeah, one person holding a anti-Rebney sign, which is kind of ironic because Rebney is the same people that fund those organizations. So it's a long story about that, but that's a different thing. So I say I wasn't out there today. I wasn't in City Hall. I was covering a community event that was a veterans resource event that was hosted by State Senator Kevin Parker in his government capacity. He was not campaigning for controller. Let's make that clear. I know a lot of people are like, well, he's running for controller. He was not campaigning. He was in his government capacity, and let's make that clear, as a truthful, straightforward journalist. He did not campaign. He is government capacity, government platform, and that's it. He did not campaign, and I think it'd be tasteful for anybody to campaign on the veterans. He's not Justin Brandon. Let's make that clear. Justin Brandon will campaign at anything his piece of shit ass. So let's make that clear. So the topic I'm going to talk about right now, since it's 7 minutes, and I make sure that we're in the 7-minute mark. So the topic I'm going to talk about is the stuff that I recently saw on Twitter. Like I said, I was so busy and I had other things to handle. I had to meet some people, do some business in Brooklyn. Then I went to the Veteran Resource event held by Parker. So now I'm here. I'm home. I gotta relax. I gotta be out later today. I'm not going to the what event tonight? What's that bullshit event? I'm not saying bullshit. I'm not going to the CB9 event. I'm not going to CB9. So I'm gonna be in Manhattan tonight. So I'll be in Manhattan tonight, do some business. So support some people that I respect. I got time my shit correctly and get the fuck out. Like an official. I gotta beat it for you and get the hell out. I'm on my shit tonight. On my shit with public transportation, so I gotta be careful. All right, so let's go for it. So today, there was a lot of they had a rally. They had a rally outside DoorDash headquarters, Los Solunistas, the Working Justice Project. They had a rally outside DoorDash because 90 of their members are alleging that they did not get paid the wages that they were owed. So, Documented New York put an article out held by Ashfi Kafashi, Indian cat, and he was trying to make it like, well, there was a lot of 90 DoorDash members got laid off, or they got canned from the app, and they didn't get the money that they were owed. I'll make this clear, right? And I'll make this clear. Let me tell you, how to make this clear, right? Look, let's make this clear. Those guys are being used by LDU for a photo op. That's all it's about. It's all about photo op. Because let's make this clear, right? Let's make this clear. What's going to happen is these guys are going to settle out of court.